and being followed by, probably a 700-pound primate chasing me. Camouflage, penetration, counter surveillance, survival, evasion.
Okay, Todd. Let's see what you got. Let's watch it.
I thought that was Bigfoot.
We are a growing group of independent researchers working towards definitive proof and protection of the species commonly referred to as Bigfoot.
I like that.
For the past 10 years,
Todd Standing.
conducting expeditions, documenting chronicles.
Oh shit! Look at
that.
Hell yeah!
What the fuck, dude?
Go back.
Climatology.
Yeah.
Well, it says it's a documentary.
Yeah.
It looks like a promotional video, doesn't it?
Yes.
Look at this camera.
Obstacle
I want
crossing,
that vehicle so
camping
bad.
position,
Look at that
effective
thing.
observation, camouflage
Oh my
penetration,
God.
counter surveillance,
Camouflage
survival,
penetration.
evasion,
Did you
and
guys catch
escape.
that?
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
I'd like to tell you about another miracle. Primate species. In fact,
So he's a
the most
skeptic.
man-like primate species on the
Love this
planet.
guy, right?
I'm not a believer in this species. I've spent the
I don't-
last decade of my life.
They build him as the skeptic at the front end of this, and he literally just said, "I don't believe in it."
Well, supposedly
Take a
these
side,
are his
man.
images. So let's
Right.
see.
I'm not a believer in this species. I've spent the last decade of my life devoted to researching this species because I, in fact, make no bones about it. They are a real species. I know they exist. I know they have a living, breathing.
Yeah, he just said, I don't believe in the species.
I don't believe in it. I've studied it for 10 years. I have proof.
Yeah. All right.
You've discounted yourself right at the front of the video.
Yeah, we're already in trouble. Okay.
In this documentary.
And
The way he runs around the woods.
and he's got a drone. And he's got a nice drone.
He's got a drone.
Just like these
He's playing like.
intense outdoors. Oh hell yeah! Go Bears!
Oh, it's
The
probably
music. The music is a home recording. There's no way that.
Pursuing
Yeah.
a group of
Dude, that is a
Sasquatch
fantastic
in temperatures dropping below minus 20.
okay.
I was able to film an altercation between myself and three
You had to get that.
Three others.
Had to
Three.
get that.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, there's an
I hope this
altercation.
goes down.
Oh, we got to
Yeah.
see this.
Dude, I cannot wait to see that. I hope he fights them so hard.
He fought three of them.
Wait, he's got somebody
He said
filming him.
three.
Filming
Exactly.
him come up the river in a ghillie
Yeah.
suit in the water.
It's a documentary. You have to have people,
This guy
Why is he-
rules.
He's really on his own out there, isn't he? He's fighting the elements.
Best.
Hey man, get a shot of me coming up through the river here.
I am so
Boy.
impressed. And by
So
impressed,
far, I
I mean
love it.
disappointed.
Yes.
So even possibly 3 feet of snow is here. And behind me, to my right, is a brand new tree break. Now this,
Well, he said a brand new tree break. How do we know he didn't break the tree? And then
Right.
just-
Yep.
But because it's history, it's fact.
so I was sleeping in this spot approximately. I looked up and there were 3 of them standing above me. So from this position, I reached for my camera. One kicked snow at me, the other 2 took off.
I've got a big red flag coming up right
Cute
here.
it in the
One's still there as he's getting his camera, kicked snow at him, and the other 2 took off. Okay. So, unless I heard that wrong, I swear that's
No,
what he
it's-
just said.
That was the story.
Okay.
So one went this way. So when I went back up there, I saw his tracks.
Okay, where's that footage though? You said you grabbed your camera and it kicked snow at him. So if it ran off, he could have grabbed his camera, hit record, and then you get the footprints and all that, right?
That's not how science works.
I think he's lying.
I'm saying ridiculous stuff again, aren't I?
Yeah, you just
Okay, this guy's
accept
supposed
it.
to be. Yeah. Here we go. Video
It's
6.
minus 15.
Oh, he
about
does have
3
some
feet of snow, and I
videos,
just had a
finally,
confrontation with
of
3 different
nothing.
Sasquatch. One of the
Per
Sasquatch,
the
which
usual.
has
He-
taken off
I
into an
respect
area
this. He doesn't
that I'm
go for
following right now.
one,
I'm
he
following
saw
this trackway.
3.
I'm dog tracking it, as I call it.
That's
I'm about 15
pretty
yards
awesome.
away from it. You never follow the track of a wild animal, especially when it's this fresh. So the whole backstory about what's transpired, this is days worth of work coming to a culmination right here and now. You can see anything right now. It's pitch black, and I'm about to walk up on a Sasquatch that you can see
What?
right now in the middle of the screen. But more importantly, you're going to hear another Sasquatch make itself well known to me off to the right now.
Big.
Now that I know I have a Sasquatch that's protesting off.
Okay, sorry, I'm pausing. If anybody
No,
heard a
fine.
Sasquatch and you're watching this, leave a comment below. I heard something, but I don't know what that's supposed to sound like.
Yeah.
Okay.
To my right, I know I have to keep moving forward and following this trackway. At this point, I'm starting to make something out directly in front of me. Again, now I can hear a Sasquatch moving up on me to my right, just stepping in the snow. However, I'm focused on that directly in front of me. Clearly, a back and an arm are pointed back towards me, and
What?
this creature has no idea that I
Clearly
can see it.
where?
Well, hold
The reason I
on.
know it's there is I've seen the trackway, and that is
Let
standing.
me pause. I'm seeing,
He's
is he
saying
looking
clearly.
at this? Right there? Can you guys see my pointer?
Yeah, I guess that's what he's referencing. He's saying
Yeah, I
clearly
mean, but that
it looks
could be
like
anything. That looks like a f***ing tree.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
this
could
is a
be
tree. I think
somebody in
he's-
his old
Right.
ghillie suit.
It doesn't look like a Sasquatch. It looks like a dick.
No.
Well, he said its back was to him. Why would,
Right. So unless that thing turns around and looks at us, I mean, this is a bunch of
His
nonsense.
ghillie suit.
But this is
Literally-
all you have to do in these videos is just film shit and say it's
I'm so
Sasquatch.
confused.
Yeah.
Why would it be facing away from him? All right.
I don't know. This
Oh,
guy.
This guy, these Canadians.
These fucking crazy Canadians.
Eh?
Handing out to me like a sore thumb. That's a Sasquatch. I'm trying to get my focus, my equipment. has
Did
been
he
out
just declare that's a Sasquatch without?
He did.
That's just absolutely a Sasquatch. Okay.
minus 20 for 4 days, cold, 2 feet of snow, 3 feet of snow, and this is what happens.
That's a Sasquatch, 100%.
Don't blink. That's an 80-pound log that just took me out. From the third Sasquatch, I had no idea was there. That was off to my left. There were 3 of them.
80-pound log. He just moved it
They
like it
stood
was.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see him grab the camera and point it to the left where the third one would have been, right?
You do not have to. There's no proof that has to be shown in these.
Okay.
Never.
Okay. And minus 20 degrees. But this is Canada, so it's probably Celsius, right?
Whatever.
What is
I-
that?
I don't do conversion.
If anybody knows, just leave a comment below. We
Yeah,
don't know
for real.
the conversion.
We don't know how
I think
Canadians.
it would be probably
Weather.
minus 3 or something, minus 3 or 4 Fahrenheit. Here we go. Yeah.
I fucking know.
I'm trying to get my focus. My equipment has been out in minus 20 for 4 days, cold, 2 feet of snow, 3 feet of snow, and this is what happens. Don't blink. That's an 80-pound log that just took me out. From the third Sasquatch, I had no idea was there. That was off to my left. There were 3 of them. Now, this is about an hour later. That exact same
Did he say an hour later?
Yeah,
I think he
this is
said an hour later.
yeah.
spot.
So what happened to the last hour?
It didn't matter.
He was
They
moving
threw
that
a
log,
log, and he was like, "Oh, cool,
It's minus 20 outside.
sure."
So
and he's wearing that.
are we to believe the log hit him and he laid there in
It
the
pinned
snow
him
in
down.
minus
It was
20
on
for
his
an hour?
legs. Mhm.
Is that's where we're at?
I'm eating.
I don't know.
Cheetos, I apologize.
What I'm with
I know
Eric.
people
Look
can
at
be
the
tough.
outfit.
I know there are tough people out there. I'm just
He is
saying.
trying to paint the picture that he's like way tough.
It looks like he has like a sweater.
Yes, but it's negative 20.
I am
Yeah.
230 pounds. I'm
20
6'5" with those boots on. I'm going to stand in that exact spot now that you can see is completely
Wait, what?
naked. I'm standing there in the track.
Why don't you take your camera over there so we can
when
see
I
the
turn,
tracks?
open my arms
He's
here,
jumping.
Well,
Yeah, it took him
maybe
out to
maybe
80
taken
pounds.
out to him means something different.
that 80-pound log really damaged him, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean,
he's jumping.
He had to.
Yeah.
He had to use a healing potion.
He seems to be fully recovered.
Yeah.
It's standing there.
Do you also notice the giant doesn't seem to be breathing?
Yeah.
Or
Anything.
No movement.
Nothing,
No breathing. I would think he would grab his camera and take it over to where it was standing and get the footprints.
That would be the obvious thing to do.
Again, I'm talking nonsense here.
Yeah.
Having seen that, what we just saw, that travesty of information, it just makes me think that this has to be fake too.
Oh, for sure.
Because he didn't set that up very well.
No.
Nothing he said there made any sense.
I'm calling it a goof.
Presence 20 times. There are millions of people that believe in the possibility of this species, hundreds of thousands that believe.
I mean, I personally believe there might be a Bigfoot out there, or Sasquatch, whatever you want to call it, Yowie. But his whole scenario there didn't make any logical sense.
It's got it all pent up inside.
hear them coming.
He might be a narcissist,
That's true.
in the
Pretty
best
sure
sense
that's it.
possible.
One over here.
We're gonna get the apples.
One over there. No doubt about it. And they know where those apples are. They've taken them before.
They've taken him before?
Wow. There's one here. And I can hear one over here. No doubt about it.
Or the stupid build-up music. 60 yards west.
Watch, he's gonna go back and
He's very specific on their location.
Yeah.
The first two individuals have approached from the eastern side of the mountain. However, unknown to me, the large 800-plus pound dominant male of the group has moved in from
How
the
does
west.
he know?
The interactions between myself and the two younger individuals
There's so many
has been
things in
very
that
productive.
sentence.
Unfortunately, I've never
He
been
knows
able to
the
say
direction
the
they
same
came
when the big
from,
male
how big
comes
they
around.
are.
He is always profoundly aggressive. In case you missed it, let's go back and have a
I'm not
closer
seeing
look.
any Bigfoot.
Can you see those three apples way off in the background?
Yeah, but why didn't you put a camera close to them?
Here's a shot of them as they were a few minutes ago. They are three large, red, delicious apples. Watch again now.
Why did you put the
closely
camera
in
25
slow
yards
motion to
away?
apple number 3.
I don't see anything.
Did you see that?
No.
He's saying it's gone.
Have a closer look.
Oh.
Where apple 3 once was is now a black, empty space. If you watch it again in slow motion, you can actually see it removed.
No, you can't.
Now watch this.
Come on. So dramatic.
At this moment, I have no idea those apples are being taken.
Now, why is he filming himself sideways? Why isn't he looking at the apples?
Oh my God.
Oh,
I can hear this guy moving over on me too. And there goes apple number 1.
there it is. You got that last apple.
Because the Sasquatch would have to sneak it, right? He's not just going to take them.
Right.
Immensely impressed.
Okay,
I've
what
been
do we
able
got
to
here?
see for the first
shit,
time
there he is.
That's a
some
different one,
complete
though.
segments of Todd Standing's filming of Sasquatches in another area where he's worked on, and with him explaining the
All
background.
we have are the
which is so
headshots.
important.
That's really
And,
suspicious.
I'm firmly convinced that he has filmed Sasquatches and that he has what he has
dig it.
portrayed in his documentaries are indeed very close portraits, in fact,
Okay, here we go.
of the Sasquatch face.
Hey, finally, he's showing some videos.
Yeah, that looked like a guy in a suit, but
It did.
it's
At least he's trying.
For the video, I zoomed in 20 times optical and obviously had no tripod. I remained in this position for at least 20 minutes while the animal you see in video 4 moved from one position to the next and really have virtually no interaction with us after that.
looks like the
This
eyes of a
species,
lion almost,
I would
doesn't it?
say based
Yeah.
on where they are, because the region that
I
they
still see no
inhabit
blinking.
is overlooking an area
blinking,
where
no
hunters
real-
hunt and kill. They see men with guns all the time from
The
their
eyes
high
aren't
points
really moving. They're
up
just
in the mountains.
fixed straight
They
ahead.
stand their ground. These guys don't back away. They don't run away. They stand their ground, and they push me out. this has been a big reality check for me. Like I said earlier, in the previous expedition
So the
that I was
creatures
on
just
last year in
stand
August, when I
there?
was tremendously successful.
Is that what we gather? Because they're not doing anything.
Nope.
They're just standing there, not blinking. It doesn't even look like they're breathing. They don't even move their mouth.
Yeah. Perfect.
I lost my video
This
camera
one's not
because they
blinking either.
actually threw stones and logs and branches at me.
And
to
he
the
doesn't
point
get
where
him
it
walking
injured me.
away?
No, man, why would you do that? That's crazy talk.
So all three of those, he's about the same distance away, gets the headshot, and in none of them do we have them walking away.
Absolutely not. We
or
don't do that
walking
here.
up. Here we go.
Satisfied.
Yeah,
Just
I mean, if that's your big sell right there, you got to do better than just 3 headshots.
Yeah.
It's a documentary.
Yeah.
After 2 nights of this, I'd had enough, so you'll see me here crack open one of my big flares. Damn it. These growling sounds you hear are from 6 to 10 yards away, again in multiple directions. Now you can hear rocks thrown
Why
at
would they
me.
throw rocks if they're
Various
6 to
animals
10 yards
closing in
away?
from multiple positions.
Let me get this straight. Sorry. This dude spends the last 10 or 15 years trying to find these things, and they finally get 6 to 10 feet away, and he just screams at them bloody murder? Is that where we're at? Okay.
Correct. You've summarized
This is
succinctly.
insulting.
Man, I want to believe one of these guys. I just it's just
Someday we will come across one where it's actually like, hold on, we actually have to talk about this.
we're gonna have to change the channel name to just Goof. There's literally no proof in any of these.
Oh, it's been zero. The
Just
student
all
films are more
goof.
proof than
Nothing but
anything.
goof.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Get out of here. Get out of here. I've been looking for you for half my life.
Hear a large
Get out of here.
4 yards from me, and after my scream and shout,
Get away from me.
walk the other way.
Oh,
Wow.
that's kind of funny.
It's showing nothing. These guys are so bad. And they probably have billions
I
of
never
views.
saw a thing.
Was
Oh,
this is
another
the one
one.
that was released to media. When I released this video still to the media, I gave them a blurry one. I gave them about the video still I gave them was right about here, and as you can see here, crystal clear. You can even see an insect fly up off of him. So a really clear shot. This one I had to really crank up on the brightness and the saturation. There's an eye blink for you.
Did you see the blink?
But,
I can't look at that image and not feel
I like
that I'm looking
Oh,
into
wait.
the eyes
What
of
do
a
we got
living
here? Hold
creature.
on. What do we?
And yeah, that's
What
very
do we?
exciting.
What do we got? This looks like a dude with black paint on his face. This does not look anything like the other. This looks like a man, like a regular dude.
Yeah.
That's as I said. I've often imagined what it
Are
would
you
feel
kidding
like
me?
to actually.
This just a dude with like,
Wearing blackface.
yeah.
Let it play.
Gaze into
Yeah,
the
it's
face of the
literally just a
Sasquatch
dude.
eventually, and I
Yeah,
must say
it's a dude.
that
And I
experience
like how they
of
made sure we
watching that-
couldn't see his mouth or really his nose. Well, what's funny is he probably is in a well-known area for Bigfoot sightings. I would grant him that.
45
he
minutes
probably is out there in an area that has a lot of the sightings.
What if somebody's just pranking him
right?
and it's really just people pranking him the whole time, knowing
I
that
would
he's
find
like,
that hilarious.
yeah, knowing that he's like so ready to believe, even though he was supposed to be the skeptic at the beginning.
I mean,
I would
there's
actually
just so
kinda love
many
that.
question marks about his snow escapade where he was hit by the log and then laid there for an hour and doesn't explain the hour at all. So
moves.
No, those are sweet. Don't get me wrong.
They were sweet.
Those were very sweet moves.
Super sweet.
Some of the best I've seen. Yeah.
Probably the best ever.
But right now, there's a Sasquatch. Moving back behind me.
2012. All right.
He's got one. He's tracking one, you guys. He's got a Sasquatch. He's tracking him.
He doesn't have to do that.
He's getting close.
He's in his ghillie suit.
I'm being followed by, probably a 700-pound primate chasing me. Right now, you can hear a squirrel off in the distance. He is not squawking at me. Foraging for food this way in open areas is a behavior I learned from primatologists like Diane Fossey. The goal is to show these primates a behavior they recognize as calm. The more they relax in my presence, the closer they get to me.
This is the best thing I've ever heard.
And
By
these
eating the
particular
same way they do,
individuals are
that's how
very,
you're going to build their
very,
trust.
He's
very
teaching them
close.
how to eat calmly.
Genius.
Oh, there it is. It must be in here.
Dude.
Zoom in,
these
dude. Zoom in.
Canadians never fail to impress sometimes. That was awesome.
Fortunately for me, this day, I heard that cue. It was a call out like nothing I'd ever heard before, and it happened at the perfect time in the perfect place. I quickly moved into
The way he
position.
flopped down.
This guy.
There's a blind spot.
Fuck yeah, you did.
Da-da-da,
It
da-da.
was a call out like nothing I'd ever heard before, and it
How
happened
did he
at the
know that
perfect
the
time
camera
in the perfect
needed
place.
to be right there?
I quickly
That guy
moved into
rules.
position.
Exactly.
There's a blind
Somebody's
spot up there.
filming him
I
getting
jumped
into
into
position.
and
It's like,
waited.
what are you doing?
That is so
Oh my
good.
god.
I could hear them approaching
This is too
very
much.
closely.
Dude, he's
I panned
He's
around
one
my
with
50
nature.
times optical zoom camera. I could hear this individual was very
This
close,
guy f***ing rules.
but I could see
Yeah,
nothing.
please.
Several minutes passed with no success. I could see something,
Oh,
and there it was.
of course.
Here we go. There it
An
is.
image so shocking to me, I instinctively took 2 steps
There it
back.
is.
I need a predator sound over this.
Clearly, less than 60 yards
Nothing
away
else
from
has
me
thermal.
was a very
No
large
birds, no
Goof
fucking
signature.
deer, no
This signature
bear.
was.
It's like he's shooting in real
I
time.
momentarily filmed my hand temperature as a heat reference. At this point, this primate becomes aware of where I'm actually located, as the other Sasquatch begins to protest to my far right. Now, as I move to reposition,
Again with the
my goal
protesting
becomes filming this
Sasquatches.
individual in
Yeah, where
motion
is
on
it?
the ground.
Where's- I mean,
Hold on, that means there's a third
I
one
do
that's going to
not
throw an 80-pound log at him.
Look at him go!
What was
Oh,
that?
shit.
This troop of
Please
Sasquatch
tell me
the
one
wild
throws a
ones,
log at
because
him
they
here.
Do not
That
back
would
away
be
from me.
hysterical, dude.
And as I suspected, they did.
He
in
goes
fact,
down to the prone
stand their
position.
ground. With my last bit of battery power in my camera, I was able to film these incredible images in full HD at 50 times optical zoom.
Wait, is this... What? Just incredible images
I didn't
in
realize he went
full
into
HD.
What am
The
I saying?
blurriest things we've ever
At this
seen.
point, I had to reach for my other burnt-out battery in the hope I could get at least a few more
I
seconds.
love how
of
he
film.
always has an excuse for something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The camera's dying. I get one last shot in full HD.
The Sasquatch you see was in the shadow of this tree root.
That's the same
Barely
guy.
visible
Oh, I
to the
see. So he's just laying down again.
But thanks to the
This is
high
the shot of
sensitivity
the
sensor on
guy
this
with the
camera,
painted face.
the images I
Yeah.
was able to record.
Yeah, it's exactly the same image they showed before the video.
Exactly the same
It's
shot.
Wilford Brimley.
Once this last battery was spent, there was nothing else I could use to record with.
Dude, that's amazing.
See,
Although
So
the events
again,
that transpired
again-
between myself and these two primates
Again,
over the
he
next
couldn't
few hours were
show
significant.
It
There could
getting
be
up.
no video or audio record of any kind.
And look, he's still got the camera on the side pointed at him. Did he just
Speaking of
recreate
90s,
that
I
part
feel
of it,
like-
or is this in real time?
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's got these other cameras that he's not acknowledging set up in the perfect spots where he just
Right,
magically
film
knows
it.
he's going to land to film.
Correct.
Yeah, so it has to
We
be a
are really
recreation then,
advanced.
right?
Oh,
Species
very
considered
much so.
to be the most advanced species.
Oh man,
That was
it doesn't get much better than that. Okay, here we go. Here is Budget Rambo. Perfect.
Todd in his ghillie suit, creeping like a Rambo on a budget. 10 years chasing Squatch, still zero footage. Night vision flex, chest thumping in the dark, talking tough and whispers. Bro, do you copy over? Bigfoot through a log road, straight flexed on me. Three Sasquatches kicking snow like it's WWE. I'm freezing in the forest, 20 feeling macho. Game on goes on a Bigfoot macho. Snapper suit, no pro strut, call it surviving Todd, yo.
Oh my God. I'm reading ahead. It's so funny.
Yeah, me too.
Runs through the woods like he's auditioning for Ninja Warrior. Screaming, they're watching me. Dude, it's just a squirrel order. Claims he's the skeptic, but sells weekend squat safaris. Gets assaulted in his sleep. Wakes up crying, why me, Harry?
Like Harry and Henderson.
Yeah.
Bigfoot through a log road, straight flexed on me. Three Sasquatches kicking snow like it's WWE. I'm freezing in the forest, 20 feeling macho. K-Mark goes on a Bigfoot macho. Snapper suit, GoPro strut, call it surviving Todd, yo. Narrated like Macho Man, oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Nice.
Bigfoot's out there laughing, Todd still doing rigmarole.
Oh yeah! Macho Man approves.
Yeah.
That was good.
Awesome.
That was nice. Okay.
Absolutely awesome.
In the universe's own, we'll forever be. We wanna be abducted, take us on a spree. In the name of friendship, set our spirits free. With aliens and Bigfoot, our stories intertwine. In this cosmic journey, you know we'll be just fine. So here's to the adventure.